Christmas, everybody. This is Carson is Awesome 642. And tonight, before I go to bed, I'm going to read you one of my favorite childhood stories. Remember how I said back in college that I was going to read a story about an Australian band? Well, this is the band, the Wiggles. These guys were a huge part of my childhood. So here we go. A Very Wiggly Christmas. If you look on the left page, you will see it was published in 2003 by Grosset and Dunlap at Hudson Street, New York, and illustrated by Bob Berry Illustration. So here we go. It was Christmas Eve, and Santa Claus came to visit. My lead reindeer is sick, he told the Wiggles sadly. It takes the whole team to pull my sleigh. I'm afraid I can't deliver my presents. The Wiggles knew what it was like to be a team. Trying to sing without one of us would be like driving on three tires, Anthony said. Then he snapped his fingers. That's it! We can make your deliveries in our big red car! Yeah, agreed Greg. The big red car always gets us where we need to go. Let's go, Jeff yawned. Then he fell asleep. Wake up, Jeff! The Wiggles shouted. Jeff opened his eyes. A Christmas morning without a visit from Santa just isn't Christmas. Let's get wiggling. So, with a vroom vroom and a happy song, Santa and the Wiggles took off in the big red car full of gifts. Everywhere they went, they found people wiggling with Christmas Eve glee. When the big red car touched down in Italy, the children danced a tarantella, which was so much fun, even Santa joined in. While he was busy, the Wiggles delivered lots of gifts, and Anthony ate many delicious Italian Christmas cookies. When the car touched down in London, the Wiggles saw children dancing so fast their feet barely touched the ground. When they landed in Ireland, the Wiggles saw children bouncing up and down. Are you all wiggling for Christmas? Greg asked. The children nodded. We're dancing a jig for joy. When they arrived in Scotland, they saw everyone dancing there, too. I guess the whole world's wiggling with excitement over Christmas, Anthony said. Jeff yawned. Makes me look forward to my Christmas Day nap, he said, closing his eyes. Wake up, Jeff! The Wiggles shouted. There's still plenty of dancing and deliveries to do. And holiday cookies to eat, Anthony added. In New York, the kids danced the Funky Monkey. There's nothing like Yuletide wiggling, they told the Wiggles. If you can wiggle here, you can wiggle anywhere. So, of course, Santa and the Wiggles wiggled too. Then the big red car took off again. This time it landed in Argentina, where the children danced the tango to celebrate the holidays. Then, once all the presents were delivered, the Wiggles headed home to Australia to spend Christmas Eve with their families and friends. Wags the dog was so happy to see them, he did a cartwheel for joy. Dorothy the dinosaur and Henry the octopus had missed the Wiggles too. Welcome home, they said. We hope you had a good time spreading holiday cheer around the world. It was the best Christmas Eve ever, Greg told Dorothy. I'm so happy we could help Santa deliver his presents to the good boys and girls all over the world. Dorothy nodded in agreement. It really had been a wonderful Christmas Eve. Santa was grateful to the Wiggles for all their help. Ho, ho, ho! You're the wiggliest helpers I ever had, and this was the best Christmas Eve. I'd like to reward you with a song. Suddenly, a sweetly singing angel choir surrounded the Wiggles. When the song was over, Murray sighed. That was the most beautiful Christmas carol I've ever heard. What a beautiful present, agreed Greg. We should give something to Santa too, Anthony added. Jeff stretched and yawned. But what? None of the stores are open, he said, closing his eyes. Wake up, Jeff! Greg shouted. We have to make Santa a gift. Just then, Captain Feathersword walked by with an armload of tinsel. The friendly pirate always decorated his tree at the last minute. Anthony snapped his fingers, then whispered to the captain. The pirate burst into a hearty laugh. "Arr! Well, deck the halls! I'd be happy to be a gift for Santa." So the Wiggles put all the decorations on Captain Feathersword, and soon he looked as festive as the finest Christmas tree. The Wiggles presented their tree to Santa. "Ho, ho, ho!" he chuckled. "This is the most original Christmas present I've ever received. But I don't need a gift. Helping me save Christmas is the best gift you could have given. In fact, having you and your friends around has made this Christmas perfectly wiggly." And with that, Santa started to dance. He and the Wiggles want you to have a very wiggly Christmas too. And that's the end. Merry Christmas.